playing along with his hazard lights on. Looks like a green plate. Nice car. Why is it in the bus lane, right? Okay. Now some people said, why don't you put signs? I assume they've never driven on EDSA because there are overhead signs, there are road level signs, there are lane markings. Heck, even here on the road it says bus only, right? And then there are barriers on many parts of the bus lane, and it's on TV and social media pretty much every week. It's not really a case that people don't know it's a bus lane. Most often what people say is, I'm in a hurry, right? They say I'm rushing, that's why I'm in the bus lane. Not because I didn't know it's a bus lane. Okay, there's the license. Took a while, but at least I can pull him off to the side and issue a ticket. And then the buses can pass through again, because you don't want to delay the commuters, right? That's what this is all about. These buses move hundreds of thousands of commuters. That's 50. That's another 50, so we're up to 100. Now we're up to 150, right? It all adds up very quickly. You're talking about moving people. Army is definitely allowed inside the bus lane. What's that behind it though? You just stop that pickup truck. Hopefully this driver will be a little bit quicker given the license so the buses won't get delayed. There you go, looks like he's handed it over already. They asked this rider why he doesn't have a plate on the back of the bike, and then when he opened his compartment, it's sitting inside. And they encounter this on a daily basis. Motorcycles driving around without a plate, and then when they open the compartment, that's where you find it. And this motorcycle here might end up being impounded because the initial violation was slippers. And the problem is he doesn't have a driver's license. So, probably you're gonna have to impound that motorcycle, that's the problem. And actually, the enforcer said that both of these motorcycles are also going to be impounded. He said that both drivers don't have a license. My goodness. Started off as slippers, very simple violation, and then it ends with impounding for allegedly not having a driver's license. And according to the enforcer, the driver of that white motorcycle can't show a license either. So I guess that's 4 for impounding now. That helmet right there, that's a 3,000 peso penalty. Add the slippers, that's another 500. He already handed his license over to the enforcer, and the ticket's being written out now. The blue car there in the bus lane. Just saw one of the enforcers running over there to apprehend it. Anyway, you'll see it's been pulled off to the side, and he's writing out the ticket now. And you'll see they're now loading the bikes onto the tow truck. One of the riders is now saying that he does actually have a license, but he says that he's lost it, and that he has an affidavit of loss at home. What amazes me is the number of people being apprehended for something as simple as slippers. And these are meant to be professional drivers, right? There are some people that comment on my YouTube and my Facebook saying, I don't care what the law says, and I don't care how many times they get caught, I'm always going to wear slippers. That's what they've said. Anyway, all of those motorcycles will go to Tomana in Marikina City. The penalty is actually much more affordable for impounded motorcycles compared to cars. Good morning everyone, MMDA back on the road. They just pulled this car out of the exclusive bus lane. Based on the placard, I know they've received a memo saying do not use the bus lane. So they issued the ticket and send him on his way. They pulled him off to the side so he won't obstruct traffic. The SUV has just been pulled out of the bus lane now. They'll also push him off to the side for ticketing. There's something behind this bus, I can't see what it is. I think it's a car. It's a member of the Hazard gang. There's 2 of them. Anyway, they're asking for the license from both of those vehicles. I want to tell you an interesting story. That white car you saw, what was it, a Star? You remember he was caught one day, then the next day. Someone sent me a dash cam video the next day and said, I think I just saw that same guy in the bus lane. And then the license plate he gave, it is the same plate number. So that's 3 days in a row. Can you imagine that? Both of those cars already gave their license and they're being flagged off to the side. Now that vehicle saw the enforcers, he put on his indicator light and he's trying to leave the exclusive bus lane. That's what happens with cars and motorcycles. They want to leave the bus lane after they see an enforcer. Why didn't that guy? Okay. Don't want to jump to conclusions, but they're going to try and pull both They're going to try and pull both those vehicles over, the Ranger and the Innova. They are red plates, but they're obviously not marked as emergency vehicles like police, ambulance, or anything like that. So they are being ticketed. I've seen them ticket countless red plates. And look, I heard the bus honking. Why? Because this vehicle blocked his exit, or blocked his way while trying to exit the bus lane. Again, because they've seen the enforcers up ahead, right? Anyway, the enforcer's coming in now. He'll ask for the license and then push them off to the side for ticketing. Sometimes what people will say is, I wasn't in the bus lane, I was riding the line. Firstly, that's not safe because the bus lane is only wide enough for one bus. If you're riding the line, you can get hit, and we've seen that before. And secondly, most of the time, you'll see them like that in the background, exactly in the middle of the bus lane. Only once they get close to enforcers, that's the time they start riding the line, or they try and merge back with private vehicles. One of the things I have heard in the comments or read in the comments is, why don't you wait people out? Well, firstly, whether there's an enforcer there or not, you should respect the exclusive bus lane. And secondly, I've seen them try that before. They wave people away from the bus lane, and the moment they get past the last enforcer, they go back into the bus lane. See the enforcer there taking a photo for his own evidence, just in case he gets contested later. A lot of people lie. They say, I wasn't in the bus lane. It happens like every day, non-stop, really non-stop. Riders, cars, everybody, it's a mix. Anyway, what they want is the license before they let him pull over to the side. Come on, there's a bus. Just keep it running for a moment so you can actually see the process. There's the license, and then I'll pull him off to the side. And the thing to bear in mind is that each of these buses, especially during rush hour, is carrying, give or take, 50 people. So that's 50 people that they just moved. And then once this bus comes along, that's 100. The one behind, 150. The one behind, 200. The point I'm making is, it moves people, right? If that's your goal, to move as many people as possible, the bus lane is very effective. And the reason why I bring this up, and I know you're probably tired of hearing this, the commenters say the bus lane is a waste of space. They say, look, it's empty. That means it's wasting space. No. The fact that it's empty means it's working, because the buses are passing through so fast that it seems like there's no one there. But really, they are there. They're just moving so fast, right? Commuters are getting to their destination faster than ever before. You see a car behind this bus, silver, maybe a Vios, something like that. Once the bus moves forward, you'll be able to see it, unless he leaves the bus lane. Sometimes that's what happens. And there's the license. I'll pull it off to the side. Now, there are government vehicles running with black and white plates, and in fact, many drivers have said there's no red plate available. Whether or not this is a government registered vehicle, I don't know. I can see a red car in the background that's literally come to a stop inside the bus lane. It's moving again now. Why did he come to a complete stop? That's unusual. Okay, there's the license though. Guide him off to the side to be ticketed with everybody else. Is he going to try and leave the bus lane, or is he just going straight? There you go, that's the license. I'll pull him off to the side. The thing that amazes me is if you go to EDSA around 4:30, 5 a.m., you'll see so many motorcycle riders in the bus lane. And a lot of them don't even have their lights turned on. And then you hear the buses honking so heavily because they see them at the last moment. And I think to myself, what are you doing? Firstly, there's no traffic on EDSA during those hours, so why are you in the bus lane? And secondly, why aren't your lights turned on? I just don't understand it. You're already at risk by riding a motorcycle on the road compared to a car, and then you don't turn your lights on and you're inside the bus lane. I just hope that anyone watching this, no one can stop you from going in the bus lane, but please turn on your lights, right? Whatever you do, no matter what you're going to do on the road, turn on your lights, make yourself visible to other drivers. If you get apprehended for a violation, so be it, but at least keep yourself safe. In an ideal world, the MMDA would still be allowed to use their CCTV cameras for enforcement. But until the temporary restraining order is dropped or the MMDA are excluded, you have to do it manually. I see a bus, then a police car, then what looks like a private vehicle. Sometimes private vehicles will tailgate a police car, ambulance, or similar and pretend they're with them, even when they're not. And then sometimes the enforcers in the bus lane would think, oh, okay, it must be some kind of emergency, they're traveling together. Anyway, you'll see the driver has been brought to a stop. They ask for the license, send him off to the side for ticketing. A lot of people do that. They follow police cars, they follow ambulances, they act like there's some kind of emergency and they're all rushing somewhere. And really there's no emergency like 99% of the time. The driver had to go to the back for his license, but there it is. Saw a white car behind this purple bus. I don't know, he might have left the bus lane already. Oh no, he's still there. I can see the wing mirror. Sometimes that's all you can see is the wing mirror and then maybe the wheels underneath the bus from a distance. There might even be two cars. The white one's leaving now, so close to the bus so you could barely see him. So that's the blue one, and then that's the white one there, you see? I heard the enforcer on the radio. He's calling for someone to come in and capture this one. This is the one that was behind the blue car and then left the bus lane. I just don't know if anyone's gonna get it. Okay, looks like he's gonna have to do it himself. He's running after it now. He already got the license from the blue one. So the white one already handed over his license. That's being ticketed now. And same thing with the blue one here. I know a lot of people have been missing cat of the day. I'm guessing someone's looking after this cat because it's very clean, especially for a white cat. And look, there's no gunk around the eyes. Sometimes people say, why don't we take the cat home? Can you imagine? Firstly, you can't just take a cat, right? You have to find out what's going on with the cat first. You can't just relocate a cat just like that. And secondly, can you imagine if I took home every cat? I'd probably have 1,000 cats by now, right? And then I'll end up like one of those places that has to ask for donations to feed the cats and the dogs because there's just too many of them. And then the vet bill and everything else. And he looks happy, he looks healthy, so why disturb him? Oh, is that your buddy? Oh, doesn't want to be on camera. Anyway, that's it for now. That's the end of Cat of the Day.